Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do a special reading. It is a Hawaiian Pono reading, and we're going to connect to the energies of Hawaii, the Hawaiian Islands, and get a message for the collective. And this actually came up, I don't know, I just really got the message to do this reading. And recently I had a family member go to Hawaii, and I've been there too, and I've completely just have this resignation, or I resonate with Hawaii so much. And they actually brought me some cards back from Hawaii, some oracle cards, and the cards, I was inspired also. I actually got two more cards, that oracle cards that also connect to Hawaii, and I just have felt this buzzing energy and this push that I need to do this Pono reading for everybody. So we are going to do that today, and I can already feel the energy coming in through the cards and through just like connecting to the islands. And of course, I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt that I got when I went there. So we are doing that today. So if you don't know, the word Pono is Hawaiian, and there's a lot of different meanings if you look it up. But the one that really I'm going to kind of channel today is the meaning of Pono being harmony and balance within and without, and having that balance and harmony with everything, essentially with ourselves, with the universe, if you believe in God or goddesses, with the earth, with the external world in general, with people, with animals. And we're going to harness and channel that energy and get a message for everyone that is something we need to hear right now to help us on the path of our greatest joy, and to help us gain some inner awareness for where we're at right now. So I'm going to start here. So it's going to be, we're going to do, the foundation is mainly going to be oracle cards that we're going to pull. But at the end, I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards just to get a little bit more clarity and more depth to the message here. So I'm going to start with the Hawaiian Pono Touch the Light Oracle cards. This is the deck that I was gifted, and this is by Vegas Star Child 584, and the art is by Naya Star 22. And from what I'm aware of, it actually talks about the two in the oracle book here. But I resonate too, because the artist was actually born in Japan and then moved to Hawaii. And she is an artist and an intuitive, and really channels this artwork. And through the artwork, she also, there's like light encoded in it, and it's supposed to, again, provide light and energy to those who view it or own it. And that's the picture of the back of the cards. It's really beautiful, very colorful. So we're going to pull a couple of cards first from this deck. And because the messages in the book are so in depth and very helpful, so I'm going to pick a card and then kind of intuitively get the message from the card. And then I'm going to read what the book says. Okay, so we're getting a message for everyone watching, for the collective. And look at that. The energies are already high. Cards are flying. All right, the first message is calmness. Some fish and appreciation. I can't talk today. Appreciation. And there's like the tree there. So we have the land or the land and the water here. So it's kind of, to me, it's like the calmness when we think of water and the flowing nature, and you know, when water is calm, and a lot of people resonate with the water, and the water is emotion. And when we think of like the water flowing over us, cleansing us, calming us, and there's a message of just like, another thing I'm getting is like a calm in the storm, being the calm in the storm. I feel like right now externally, there's a lot of intensity, there's a lot of chaos. And even for us individually, I'm feeling a lot of us are feeling that in our individual lives right now. And there's a sense of finding that spot in the chaos where you're the calm. And a part of doing that here, so we have the water and then we have the earth and the land, the appreciation. And this reminds me of a weekly reading that I just did, but there's this appreciation for the chaos, and I know that's hard to do, but there's something about, at some point we'll see the reason for it all. And through whatever chaos or conflict or just ups and downs we're going through, it's like focusing on the things that we can appreciate. Because in the chaos, there is things that are guides, the universe, if you resonate with God, that they are putting amidst the external experience for us to notice and pick out. And those are the things that are helping guide us, but also give us little, you know, breadcrumbs to help us see that we're on the right path and things are okay and that we are going in the right direction, and for those things to appreciate. So I'm going to take a look at the book here and see what also the book has to say about the cards. And exactly what I said, the first thing it says, in today's busy society with a myriad of distractions, it can become very challenging to find peace and calm, even at home. The angels and guides realize this, but remind you that to seek it is to find it. Therefore, if you pulled this card, then they are now encouraging you to take time to enjoy a bit of quiet stillness and allow your mind, body, and spirit to grow calm, and more importantly, to rest. Set aside your busy electronics for a moment and just sit with yourself. If your mind is quite active or you are prone to worrying, try sitting with yourself while listening to soothing music and gently close your eyes. Eventually, you might find yourself desiring more of the same on a regular basis and may even wish to explore quiet meditation to go even deeper. The angels and guides wish you to know that when you enter the space of quiet stillness and calm, you will be able to more readily hear them and the wisdom and loving energies they share with you. So like I said, the chaos right now, if we want to say chaos or conflict, being the calm in the storm or finding more calm in the storm. And I think right now, like the message said, it's a time where we need to make it a priority, no matter what is going on, to find things that provide us calm, or taking times out, or making, again, putting up boundaries, to allow ourselves the space. Because if we never have the space or time to kind of reconnect to ourselves, to calm down, to find stillness, we're going to continue to escalate and spiral when it comes to overthinking or anxieties or fears, which then we disconnect from what really matters, and also disconnect from the wisdom we're trying to gain in the chaos, in the craziness, to help us make decisions, to help us find like the right path, the journey, or just to find the right, what are we supposed to do in certain situations, and to respond to the external environment in a way that, again, creates the best outcome for ourselves and everyone involved. Okay, next message. Appreciation. I can find it. Okay. It says, like love, gratitude is also a frequency. One of the quickest ways to advance more fully on your path and raise your life state is to express gratitude in your life. Then watch the road before you begin to open up. For gratitude is a very high resonance. Thus, the act of expressing appreciation throughout your day for even the smallest courtesies will springboard you into the higher realms and set you apart. Those on the receiving end of your appreciation cannot help but be touched by the higher frequency band and may even begin to follow your example. Just know that by shining your light in this way, you are also lighting the way for others. The angels and guides are encouraging you now to shine your light and express your appreciation, to say thank you or I appreciate you often when you engage with others. They know that to express this frequency is to hold this frequency, for it is exactly the spirit that is expressed in the beautiful word aloha. I see the divine in me, and I see the divine in you, representing the aloha spirit that is so pervasive in the Hawaiian Islands, setting it apart from the rest of the world. And I totally just got the spiritual, energy vibrations there with that. And that, when I get that, it means that it's almost like you're directly connecting to truth and source in that moment, and you know that message is really powerful and meant for you, and you're getting it from a higher source. And sometimes, it is hard to find appreciation. I've been trying to do myself just more, not even, you could call it meditations, but just like stopping in the morning to connect to, like, focusing on a few things that I can appreciate. And, it can be from the smallest things to, like, reconnecting to experiences I've had that really are like the moments in my life that are like, wow. So great messages here from the Pono Oracle cards. So we'll set those there. The next Oracle cards I'm going to pull are The Whispers of Aloha by Angela Hartfield. Beautiful Oracle cards I found. And I have to read the back here because it says, Aloha, to learn what is not said, to see what cannot be seen, and to know the unknowable. And that's what I am doing, providing readings, connecting to the unknown, to provide messages and guidance to help all of you. Okay. What is the message here? Rise to meet challenges. Look up. Aspirations ahead. You can see that one. You see there's a mountain in the distance in front of her. And that has to do with the message. The mountain is the challenge. Navigating emotion. Be aware of the flow of your feelings. And we have the whales. Generate shifts. Phase into a new dynamic. So definitely we talked about the chaos and conflict going on. So rise to meet the challenges. So I feel for a lot of you, the mountain, you can see the mountain in the distance. And it's like there is a challenge. It's like you're standing at the foot of a mountain, which is the metaphor. There's something in your life that you feel like, oh my God, am I going to be able to, get over this challenge or situation? And it feels like you still have a long way to go to get over that mountain or to get to the top of the mountain. But the mountain is there to teach you something about rising to the challenge. And again, I feel this, like, I'm hearing like it feels insurmountable right now. And I feel a lot of fear and anxiety and a lot of emotions coming up when I'm standing there, when I'm kind of intuitively seeing myself at the foot of this mountain and picking up on what you all are going through and feeling. There's a lot of big emotions coming, and I feel this like up and down, and it does feel insurmountable, especially from an emotional space, because it's almost like you're hitting a point where you're like, I've kind of been flowing with this whatever situation, or maybe this has just been your normal life and you're just kind of at a point where it's hitting a head. And how do I overcome this? And how do I get out of this? I'm feeling. But the whales are also a symbol of protection. So also, if you kind of feel alone in this, or feel like the external world or maybe other people you're dealing with don't seem to be on the same page as you, and maybe almost like against what you want and what your truth is, and not supporting you, you have protection right now from an energetics, guides. There's a lot of energy around you right now of protection. And I feel like how you're viewing the situation or the challenge is definitely a little deceptive. It's big, it's less than what you see it as. So you're seeing this giant mountain, but from a true perspective, it's not really a mountain, it's more of a hill, I'm getting. And what's funny is as you start climbing and doing and taking action, little steps here day by day, all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, this isn't as big as I thought it was, to overcome it or resolve it or get through it. But this is a situation here that was called, you manifested it because you wanted change and you wanted shifts in your life. And this is what had to come to help you get to the other side, which is a shift or change in your life. And it's almost like I'm feeling like you were kind of sitting on a fence, like you wanted this change for a while, but yet you're like, oh, well, like there wasn't a lot of motivation. You're like, oh, eventually it'll happen, or I'll take steps or actions around it, or, I'll have that conversation with somebody. But it's almost like it's pushing you at like the time is now. And it's the time for shifts. It's a time to phase into the new. So let's, I want to read this Generate Shifts card to you. So it refers to, just as the moon has many phases, so does your life. The opportunity to create changes in your life is upon you. Determine what you would like to improve. Remaining passive with the usual routine will no longer suffice. Like I just talked about, like kind of sitting on the fence, just doing the same old, right? Do a self-assessment and figure out where you would like to make alterations. Use whatever means will help you clarify what needs to shift. You might just know that you want to alter some of your behaviors. Change is inevitable, but this does not mean you are letting go of your identity or the positive qualities of who you are. Your attributes have brought you to where you are in this moment. Aspects of yourself that may not be so complimentary have played a role in your existence. The new moon, which is very interesting, this came out because on March 10th, which is in 2 days, is the new moon in Pisces. Is an excellent time for a new objective or to start new projects. Okay, right on, right, perfect timing here. Sit in meditation at the new moon and ask your heart what you long to create or achieve. It might be a good time to dust off your goals and reassess them. Then during the full moon, take inventory, clear clutter or distractions, and realign with your goals. Goddess Hina in the picture, her hair sparkles from star glow and moonlight. Stars pertain to divine guidance and enlightenment. She appears to be dreaming of her ideal life. Nothing in your life will change unless you take steps toward your transformation. So the new moon in Pisces here. So the new moon is the time for you to kind of connect and to really figure out what that vision looks like and to set some goals or objectives, or maybe just like, hey, what is the first baby step I can take? Where then the full moon is to really align with what you want and to potentially then take action. So interesting. I love how that works out. So we have the message from the Whispers of Aloha Oracle. So what I'm getting is, again, there seems to be some challenging energies, but I'm feeling this, like, it's almost like feeling like pressure, because the universe is really trying to, like, it's time. I'm getting that it's time for you to really kind of, again, imagine what that ideal life is, or that ideal situation, or even an ideal solution. And not just, there's the other piece too about, like, okay, maybe you have in your mind an ideal, like, I want the outcome to be this, or this situation. A practice I learned to attune to some energy is just to close your eyes and ask yourself, your higher self, to show me a couple path options, and kind of, again, allow each path, feel them out, and see what that path looks like if you take that path, and allow the vision to come up, and then feel into that and see, how do I feel here? And there's going to be one path that you resonate the most with, where you're like, oh, this feels right. And it's more about the feeling. I think as humans, we tend to focus too much on, like, what does that physically look like? Or I want this person to be, the right person, and I want this to be the outcome, and I want to be here. But sometimes we don't know the best. And sometimes what we think we want, there's actually something even better that would fulfill us more, or make us happier. So that's just something to try out right now. And I actually got that. I don't want to take credit for that, but I can't think of his name. So maybe I'll put the name of, he's an energy worker and healer. And I tried that practice the other day, and it was quite amazing. So I'll put his name in there to give him the credit, but you can look him up too. And he has a meditation around that. All right, next we're going to pull Whispers of the Oracle. Whispers of the Ocean Oracle cards This one is also by Angela Hartfield. And I just love the artwork and the beautiful cards. And I am a water sign. I'm a Scorpio, and water, just like, I resonate the most out of all the, you know, elements with water and the ocean and anything water related. So, all right. So the first card out, we got some jellyfish. Let your personality shine. You have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. Persistent drive. Maybe I'll show you the card first. We got some sharks. See what you desire and move toward that goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. Again, there's some sort of vision, there's some sort of goal, or there's something that just doesn't fit in your life anymore, or maybe you don't fit in the life that you're in right now, and you're looking for something different. You're looking for more. And we talked about that with the Aloha cards too. Gentle moderation. We got walruses here. Take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you are trying to accomplish. Okay. And I'll see here. So this jellyfish card, let your personality shine. So the word I heard is authenticity, or to be authentic. I feel like there's something too that just doesn't align with who you are, your truth, what you want to do, what you want to express, how you want to live, what your connections are. I mean, your personal situation can fit into any of those categories, but there's definitely something about, I feel like you feel a little suppressed in your life. Like it's just like there's just something about wanting more or wanting something different here. And with this, let your personality shine, I think there's something like you individually have your own personal gift to give. You have a skill set, you have a gift, you have a resonance, you have a frequency. And there's something that you need to be able to more authentically align with and express. And it talks about stop comparing yourself. And it's about, like, I think some of you are confused at what you want to actually, that is going to, like, the outward action is to express that or to do that job, or even like in our connections, like, you know, maybe we're comparing ourselves to other relationships or how others are. But there's something about you that you have a uniqueness and your life has a uniqueness, and it's time to stand in your authenticity and your truth. And whatever that truth is, it's time for you to express it, whether it's communicating something to somebody or to others, or just, again, if something doesn't align, it's time. And I feel like the persistent drive is, you're feeling that, I was talking about that pressure. There's some sort of persistent energy that's like tapping your shoulder or like pushing on you, like, no, I need to do this. And you're feeling more of that energy, like, no, I need to make the change. It's like time is now. And whatever that goal is, whatever goal you have or whatever it is you want to do, I feel like the energies are really here to protect you and to help support you in accomplishing what you want right now. And here's the gentle moderation card. I feel like, you know, it's not about like, I have to do this all, like I feel like there is that feeling of like I have to do it all right now. I need to hurry. I need to like get it out there, and I need to make this change, and how do I do it? But there's something too about like in moderation, take your time, you know, baby steps. And it's when we just like allow things to unfold more naturally as we're taking small steps that things are going to change drastically and transform more quickly. And if you're feeling any sort of outward, like from other people, your family, relationship, spouse, friends, whatever, if you're hearing, if they're giving their input on this, or giving feedback, or like you're like, you speak your truth and I want to do this, and other people's, you know, perspective on that, don't let that kind of push you down or pressure you or make you feel like you have to do things a different way. There is something about, it talks about negotiating or compromising too. I mean, obviously, if you are married or have a partner and maybe what you want to do is impactful to the family or something, obviously you need to work it out with them, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. You may have to take a different route or do it in a different way, but I feel like you can work that out if with whoever you need to do that with. Big messages here. So I know this is kind of turning into a long reading, but I said I would pull a couple cards, so we'll just do a quick. And one flew out, 3 of Cups. And I'm using, of course, the Mermaid deck to align with the Ocean Hawaiian theme. 3 Cups and Pentacles. Okay, big 3. Knight of Cups. Okay. So there is a big offer here. There is an offer here. So if this is in regards to love or relationships and needing a change, or just feeling like where you are in your relationship isn't working, isn't fulfilling, I feel like if you're in a relationship, I feel like you can work this out. I feel like, but you have to express your truth. You have to express what you want. You have to align with what your vision is, right? And expressing that. But I think with the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles, you can work this out and come up with, you know, how do we build this together? How do we build or create a different foundation, or just create a different, you know, relationship moving forward? And that person, the Knight of Cups, is willing. There is a lot of love there, and they are going to offer, you know, that kind of new beginning. So the same for any situation you're in right now. I feel like there's something about, I feel like the universe is going to bring you other people to help you fulfill your goals and to create together, to help you be successful here. So if that's in work, if that's something, a higher purpose that you want to start doing, and you're like, I feel like you're going to start attracting people that are going to help you build what you're looking to do or build going forward, and to be successful, like I said, at it. And I feel like there's a lot of people here, Knight of Cups, that see what you have to offer and resonate with you. And this frequency of the Knight of Cups, cups are emotions and love and connection. And I feel like the connections you are magnetizing towards you are really going to help support you in, like I just saw this, an optimal outcome. So whatever challenge is happening right now, it's happening to really push you out into the unknown, or out into kind of outside of your comfort zone, because that's where you're going to be able to find these new connections and to start creating something new for yourself that ultimately is just going to be really fulfilling for you. Really fulfilling. So if you came across this video, I know this is going to resonate with you, and that there's something you've been waiting to do or wanting to do, and the time is now to start. So with this new moon, and I'm going to be doing a new moon in Pisces reading, so take a look at that. This will get posted first, but this will come, and you can check in on that to see what that has to say for as far as any guidance for the new moon coming up in 2 days. Well, that is our message from our Hawaiian Pono message. That was an amazing. Now I see why I needed, why I was feeling a lot of push to do this. So same concept here, because you guys needed this message. And this was actually helpful for me too. So good stuff. All right, everyone. Thanks for connecting today. I'll see you in the next reading.